Why are martial arts called arts? Is it because of a mistranslation or wordplay? No, we're talking about art with a capital A alongside music and literature. The art of war. Did people in Okinawa or China in the past thought about the way of self-perfection? I don't think so. People trained for years only to achieve perfect control of their bodies, with only one goal: to become strong and avoid losing their lives in critical situations. For many nobles, knowledge of martial arts was as mandatory as the arts of calligraphy. What kind of leader could you be if you were illiterate? What kind of leader could you be if you were weak? The answer is simple: a bad one. Martial arts are not only about physical control, but also, and perhaps more importantly, mental control. This science enables you to remain calm and rational in stressful situations. While ordinary people panic and act impulsively, a martial arts master who has mastered both body and mind is much more likely to remain sane. I guessed you might have a problem believing that. Read about the development of martial arts, at least in Okinawa. Who was responsible for creating karate? Were they poor farmers who practiced killing other people in rice fields under the light of the moon? No. Almost all of them were palace officials of various ranks. They were quite educated and well off. Martial arts have always been expensive, and those who have mastered them have always been respected. It's only now that everyone has suddenly started thinking about the spiritual component of martial arts and all that stuff with the prefix "way." But why? According to the story, Gichin Funakoshi was forced to take this step so that the evil Americans, who were controlling Japan at the time, would not ban karate. They pretended that karate was merely a form of peaceful gymnastics designed for personal development and self-reflection. While this may have been the case, I don't believe in stories involving some kind of evil force, as in the case of the poor Okinawan peasants. They secretly created karate to punish the evil samurai usurpers. Martial arts have always been reserved for the chosen few. In parallel, close communication with the teacher helped to educate those brought up by wealthy parents, resulting in a balanced and educated personality. Now imagine, in the middle of the 20th century, martial arts became accessible to everyone. How can you control who it falls into the hands of? Who conducts the selection process, or at least interviews the candidates? Nobody. Everyone tries to recruit as many students as possible in order to earn as much money as possible. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. However, what we teach young people can be dangerous in the wrong hands. And here, the component "way" comes just in time. How can we train people on a large scale to punch someone in the face and instill in them at least the rudiments of morality? The answer is to ensure that karate cannot exist without its philosophy. Nowadays, it's unlikely that young mothers will enroll their kids in some obscure school of brawlers. But hey, we will help your child to become healthy, balanced, and fulfilled. Why don't established martial artists ever engage in brawling? No one will ever call such people brawlers or bullies. Yes, because the master doesn't need any of that. It's like a racing driver who never breaks the rules in the flow of city traffic and looks with a smile at a group of teenagers who have bought their first Volkswagen and already think of themselves as street racers. Firstly, he is fed up with speed. Secondly, he is well aware of the consequences of accidents and irresponsible behavior. Similarly, a martial artist looks on regretfully at young people who behave aggressively, bullying passers-by and considering themselves the center of the universe. There is no point in proving something to a person who has become what others only want to appear to be in the eyes of others. They already know everything and how to do it. Therefore, I responsibly declare that yes, karate does make us better people. So don't hesitate to send your children to a martial arts school. At least in this life, they will be among the few who have self-respect. In today's world, that's priceless. Martial arts, despite their combative roots, are universally referred to as arts, rather than simply combat systems. This distinction is not incidental. The term art reflects a deeper, more holistic understanding of these disciplines, encompassing not only physical techniques but also philosophical, psychological, and cultural dimensions. Martial arts, therefore, are not just about fighting, but about mastering a craft that involves discipline, creativity, and expression. Like a painter or musician, a martial artist hones technique through repetition, refines their intuition, and eventually expresses their individuality through movement. In traditional systems like Kung Fu, Karate, or Aikido, forms serve both practical and aesthetic purposes, showcasing precision, timing, and internal control. Moreover, martial arts often embody philosophical principles. Training involves moral discipline, respect for others, and cultivation of inner peace. Thus, martial arts are arts in the fullest sense. They transform the practitioner both physically and spiritually. Participating in martial arts offers benefits that extend well beyond self-defense. These disciplines build a unique combination of traits essential to personal development: physical fitness and coordination. Martial arts develop strength, flexibility, balance, and endurance in ways that are engaging and sustainable. Mental resilience. Training under pressure, dealing with failure, and learning to stay calm in conflict foster psychological toughness and emotional control. Discipline and focus. Repetition, structure, and the pursuit of mastery teach patience and concentration, valuable in all areas of life. Cultural appreciation. Many martial arts are steeped in history and tradition. Learning them involves exploring another culture's values, ethics, and worldview. Ethical foundation. Respect, humility, and non-aggression are core principles. Real martial artists are trained not to fight, but to avoid conflict whenever possible. Community and belonging. Martial arts schools often foster strong communal bonds, offering mentorship and camaraderie. In essence, martial arts teach us to integrate body and mind, aggression and compassion, individuality and discipline. They cultivate not just warriors, but well-rounded human beings capable of facing life's challenges with confidence and integrity. To study martial arts is to engage in a lifelong practice of self-cultivation, a true art of living. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit like button.